Hey everybody, it's Coach Collard here today, and it's ArizonaShortSaleTV.com. We're bringing it to you live and in person. So wanted to share some great ideas with you today, and really this is around some of our clients that we've talked to in the past, or some prospects or potential clients, both from an expired listing standpoint and then people we meet on the streets or maybe at the store, what have you. What always happens is we'll talk to somebody that's had their property listed recently in the distressed property market, and they'll share with us and said, well, we've decided not to sell. And I always challenge that statement, because what we found is that 80% of the time they're not being 100% truthful. I'm not going to say that they're lying, but they're definitely misinformed. And most people that were trying to sell their property, unless a significant change happened that caused them to not sell when they had already planned on selling, which is generally not really the case, they still want to sell, and they're just trying to hide from something. So basically I've learned that fear's crept in, that they're concerned about something, or they don't want to waste their time, or they don't want to talk to a new real estate agent, what have you. And right now I'm going to give you a solution, a perspective, if you will, on what I generally talk to them about that creates a ton of value for that individual. If it's you, the consumer, or if it's another real estate agent talking to somebody, most people aren't aware of what the market's really doing. So when I hear that conversation of, oh, we've decided not to sell, I ask them, I go, really, what's changed that you decided not to sell? And they'll give me one of 1,000 different answers. Then what I do is I say, well, you know what, it sounds like you would benefit from some information I have around the traditional market, the way a traditional market works and the way a distressed property market works. Are you aware of what type of market we're in right now? And they say, well, no, I'm not. And I'll say, well, we're in a distinctly, massively distressed property market here in Arizona. And I'll say, are you aware of the things that sell a property? And it sounds like you're probably minded this way, of the things that sell a property in a traditional property market. And they'll say, well, I know location generally helps, and price and condition. And I'll say, well, you know what, I agree with those things, but I'm going to put them in the order of priority for you. It's generally location, condition, and price, pretty much in that order in a traditional property market. But we're so out of a traditional property market right now that it's crazy. So I pushed those things aside. I said, but that's for a traditional market. Right now we're in a distinctly and massively distressed property market here in Arizona. What that means along with it is that we're depreciating pretty significantly as well. When people sell their home, they don't realize their upgrades and their prices and the maximum dollar out of things. So the three things that we have determined and watch out on the market that sell properties are price, price, and price. And when I say that, it catches their attention because I repeat the same thing over and over and over, but it really contrasts and conflicts with their methods. They think that their home's really nice. I got that and agree with it, and 9 times out of 10, but it's irrelevant in a distressed property market. Now, a lot of people go, well, I'm an equity seller and I've got equity and I don't have to give it away. Great, and if you don't give it away for what you think is a giveaway, you're likely not to sell it. I'm sorry to be the bringer of bad information, or to the bearer of bad news, but the truth hurts sometimes, and actually I'm not sorry for bringing it up. I did it intentionally. I'm glad I said it because you needed to hear it. We're in a distressed property market. Price sells the homes. We're in a double dip here in Arizona. Values are dropping pretty much daily or weekly. New listings that come on board are $10,000 and $15,000, depending on the price range, lower than previous listings or previous solds, and the gap just keeps growing. If you don't have to sell, literally don't have to sell, it's just you're just one of those free and clear persons that says, oh, I'd like to sell, you're not going to get maximum dollar out of your property. What it used to be worth is not only out of the picture, it's ancient freaking history. You're not going to see it, and you need to hear that. So go ahead and take your property off the market, develop a different strategy. Maybe if you like what we're saying, call and reach out to us. We've got a seller finance program I can put you on, and I can educate you on it first to make sure that it might make sense for you. And if it doesn't, great, move on with your life, right? Knowing that you're going to own the property for a while, and be cool with that. But if you need to sell, if there's something driving your situation, you're moving out of state, you're doing something different, don't be fooled, guys. Price, price, and price is going to determine whether your property sells or not, whether somebody even looks at your property. If you're overpriced in this market right now, even with the lesser buyers that are available, if your property goes 30 days without a showing, if it goes a week without a showing, you're overpriced, period. I don't care if it's a luxury home, I don't care what it is. if it goes a period of time without being shown, you're overpriced. And the best thing you can do is understand that we're in a distressed property market, and that the things that it's going to move your property or get looks at it in a contract is price, price, and price. Now, along with that comes this. You won't see any of the value of all the $80,000 of upgrades you've done to your house. I don't care how beautiful it is or how perfect it is. The REO and the short sale down the street, regardless of whether they have a pool or you have a pool and they don't, or all the stuff that goes with it, or you know what, that property's beat to hell, it doesn't matter. People are focused on price, looking for deals, even though they don't know what deals are. That's what they're looking for. It's the only thing they look at is price. So I just wanted to bring that to the reality for you, both for agents and the consumer. So if you're a consumer considering that, at ArizonaShortSaleTV.com, you're always going to get the truth from us. We're going to develop a strategy for you on how to sell. And if you're a have to sell, it's price, baby. If you're a not have to sell, we're going to recommend that you don't sell. We're going to give you some alternatives other than just hanging onto the home and letting it sit there. You know, you might rent it, you might sell or finance it. There's a lot of options and a lot of things you can do in this market that most people won't talk to you about. If you're a real estate agent, you want some more ideas around this, reach out to us. We'd gladly share with you. I'll promise you that if you share the traditional property market condition listing or condition location, condition, and price, and the distressed property market price, 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 you're going to create value, more value than ever before for your clients. And you'll be amazed at the results, because the reality will hit them when you tell them the truth. So as always, it's ArizonaShortSaleTV.com signing off, but seek the truth, guys. It's going to change everything for you.